It's Jake's 30th birthday, and we're headed to a Steelers game. It's my first time in Pittsburgh, my first time going to a Steelers game. They're playing the
Colts.
They're playing the Colts, which I've heard is the best team in the league, so I'm a little bit nervous. But it'll be so much fun. We'll have a good time. We got in last night, and now we're going to go get some breakfast, go do the incline, and then go to the game. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning and it's our third day in Pittsburgh. We had so much fun yesterday and I feel like we got to do so many different little things. I've learned that in Pittsburgh, everything's pretty close to each other. A lot of little things are in their respective neighborhoods and then you can do like 10 different things in that neighborhood. So it's been pretty fun. We went up to Mount Washington yesterday, which overlooks everything. We went and got breakfast. We went to the overlook there and saw the skyline, which was gorgeous. We went to the Duquesne Incline and did the incline, which was super fun, and went to the Incline Museum, which was really interesting. On trips, I never fail to learn new things that I never thought I was initially interested in, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to know more about this thing, and the incline was one of those. So I'm really happy that they had a museum that showed us the inner workings of the incline itself, because I'm a naturally curious person and I just needed to know how it worked. After that, we walked around the neighborhood, got some coffee at a local coffee shop. Then we went to the Cathedral of Learning, so I'm going to put those videos in here. We are accidentally at the university. We are accidentally at the University of Pittsburgh, and we're doing a tour at the Cathedral of Learning, but we thought it was just a building by itself. We didn't realize that it was at the university. So now we're here.
We're acting like we're in college.
And we're acting like we're in college. It feels like we're narcs from 21 Jump Street. It feels like Hogwarts in here. It's very exciting, actually. So we came to the Cathedral of Learning because there are nationality rooms here. So you can go into each classroom and it's based off of a different country, different nationality. So I thought it'd be super cool to come to. I did not realize that it was a Hogwarts look-alike. I also did not realize that it was part of the college. We are like deep in University of Pittsburgh, and it's gorgeous. Like the architecture here is gorgeous. The campus is huge.
Monday, everyone's in school.
We feel very out of place. People are pointing at us, telling us that we don't go to school here, and that we don't belong here. But we have 2 minutes until our tour, so we're gonna go do that, and then we're just gonna kind of bip-bop around Pittsburgh for the day. We had no idea that the Cathedral of Learning was part of the University of Pittsburgh, though it makes sense in hindsight. Gorgeous, gorgeous building. We learned so much of its history. Every single nationality room that was made with specific contractors and people on the committee where their specialty lied in that nationality and that ethnicity. So they brought in their expertise to make these rooms. We learned that the Japanese room was made in Japan to scale, taken apart, and then brought to Pittsburgh to be put back up for that classroom alone. And there were kids in this classroom like using them for studying, things of that nature. A lot of the classrooms we couldn't go into because people were having class at the time, but the ones that we could see were amazing. They put so much detail into them. Clearly, they had experts come in for these rooms, and it was just so fun to see. It was so interesting to see. The Ukraine room was gorgeous. That was probably the most gorgeous room. Very like folksy it looked like, and it was 988 to 1988 was like the dedication time for the room, apparently, even though it didn't open until like 2 years after 88. So it was just, it was so much fun. I loved it. Jake and I both love history. I love Gothic architecture. If you are into that kind of stuff, I think you would definitely enjoy it. We did like a 30-minute tour with another group, and it was a lot of fun to go see. After that, we went to Allegheny Cemetery, which is this huge, massive cemetery in Allegheny County in Pittsburgh, and it is a gorgeous cemetery. The biggest mausoleums that I have ever seen in my life. Half of the people at this cemetery had money, like crazy money. And everybody, for the most part, that is buried there currently, very old, 1800s, early 1800s. There was not a lot of newer graves, which I found very interesting. And I just don't know if it was the area that we were looking in, but a lot of the graves were very old, very ornate, a lot of money. It was a beautiful fall day for the cemetery. The leaves were changing, they were falling. It was a little crispy outside. There were a ton of people on their morning jog. There were deer, there were wild turkey, picnic benches, and people were having picnics. Like, it was a place to gather, because where I'm from, you don't really go to the cemetery. You only go if you're going to hang out with your loved one that's there. And so for this to be a place for people to come either as tourists, make donations when you go there to upkeep it, or to come to just make it a part of your everyday, to read a book there, to walk there, to have some lunch at the picnic table. It is a huge park turned cemetery, and it was so heartwarming to experience, but also just so interesting, all the history that is at that cemetery. So we had a great time going and looking at all the different graves, looking at all the different mausoleums, seeing all the different families that were there, seeing if them are part of Pittsburgh's history or anything like that. So that was really awesome to go and see. The last thing we did last night was go to dinner at Umami, which is an Asian restaurant. I've found that there are a lot of Asian restaurants here in Pittsburgh, which I'm loving, because Japanese specifically is my favorite because I love seafood, and I've just been able to have sushi the past couple of nights, so that's been very exciting for me. This place was more high-end dish-wise. The vibe when we walked in was so cool. There was a red light throughout the entire building, so it set the tone for everything. The menu was a little bit confusing in the sense of we had no idea what we were ordering half the time, but for the most part, their happy hour was great, and the food was really delicious. Today I'm so excited because we are gonna go eat at a place called Lola Eatery over off of the Strip that I found last night, and ever since last night I've been wanting to go. So we're gonna go there for breakfast. After breakfast, we're gonna go to the Heinz Museum. Heinz ketchup history, I think it's Pittsburgh history, but Heinz was such a huge part of Pittsburgh at the time. And so we're gonna go there. We're going to go to the pro shop at the stadium. We're going to maybe go to the Mattress Factory, which is a contemporary museum in an old mattress factory. We don't know what we're gonna do for lunch, and I want to go to dinner at this spot called Scratch & Co. that I've been seeing on everybody's TikToks. That's been my place to go look at for things to do here. There's Jake. Say good morning, Jake.
Oh, hey. Morning.
So we're gonna finish getting ready, and then we're going to head over to breakfast. The sheer amount of things that NFL Pro Shops will sell is crazy to me. This is like Tupperware. It literally just, that's the only logo on it. Why are they selling this? Who's buying this? Here's another one, a carafe. It's not even like printed well on there. The sheer amount of things that they can market for money. Hey, trust me, I'm a fan. But the fact that they can make more money off of this stuff is insane to me. I just found the cutest jacket. You're kidding me. This is so cute. I definitely cannot get it. It's also an extra large. 140. I feel like that's not awful for what this is. That's not actually bad at all for what this is. So cute. I'm not getting it because I'm not spending money here, I've decided. We made it back to the Airbnb from our busy day today, so now we're just gonna hang out, recoup, and then go to dinner. It is our last night in Pittsburgh, so I'm a little bit sad about it because I have been enjoying our time so much here. We've been really loving it. The weather's been gorgeous and we've been able to walk pretty much everywhere, which has been amazing. We have to be out of here by tomorrow at 11, and then we are driving about 2 hours to Cleveland, and then we have a wedding to go to this weekend in Ohio. So we still have more of this trip. However, I am going to be ending the video here because it is strictly going to be a Pittsburgh vlog. We had such a fun time at the Heinz Museum. We honestly didn't realize that there was going to be so many things. There was so much history about Pittsburgh, about the glass companies here, about the steel companies here, about Heinz, Kraft Heinz, that company. There was a lot of Irish history, sports history. There was a section on slavery and early Americanism. So there was a lot of things to cover, and we honestly spent most of the day doing that, which was really fun. Then we headed over to the Strip District, which was awesome because I got to go to a bookstore that I really wanted to go to. We got to go into a couple of different Steelers shops. We ended up going across the river, went to the pro shop, all the good stuff that you guys saw. So we had a really great, busy day today. This pretty much ends the Pittsburgh vlog. So if you guys have watched until the end, I really appreciate it. We have had such a fun time here for Jake's birthday. We've really been enjoying every second. We have filled every second with things to do around the city, which has been awesome. There are no lack of activities and great food places here in Pittsburgh. So if you've been wanting to come, if you're a Steelers fan, honestly, any major league sports fan, you can have a fun time here because they have everything. So I'm gonna end it here. You're probably gonna see a couple clips from dinner, but that's it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.